Good evening. Welcome. My name is Joaquim Eleutério, and I would like to, first of all, thank the house, Necafla, for giving me this opportunity to be here today. I also would like to thank God again for the opportunity that He gives me for being here today to be able to talk to you to one of the essential points of His creation. First of all, before we start, I would like to talk to you about the activities of Necafla. Uh, Essentially, we are having conferences in French, Portuguese, and English by YouTube or Facebook. We have a channel at YouTube and we have a page on Facebook. We also have every Tuesday vibrations in French at 1900 hours. We have the systematic study of the Spiritist doctrine in French and Portuguese. In Portuguese, it is on Wednesdays at 1930, and in French, it is every first and third Sundays of the month at 1600 hours. We are reopening our house slowly but surely. We have started already fraternal service, which is an activity where we receive people where they can talk about their problems, their worries, whether their problems are spiritual, material, or health problems. We are there to help them. And it's on Saturdays at 1500 hours, but you have to reserve it, your slot, and you can reserve it by numbers that you can find and ways that you can find on our website. We also will be starting soon magnetic passes, but the details will be announced later. The structure of today's presentation. First, we're going to start with a meditation prayer, and then we're going to go into our talk, our lecture, if you like, and then we will end it also by a meditation and some prayer. So let's first start with the prayer or the meditation. I invite you to close your eyes and start breathing deeply. Do not change the way you breathe in any way. Just make sure you feel the air going in and out of your body. Is it going in a shallow way or in a deep way? Just let the air that goes in through your body bring in good energy to every molecule of your body, to every cell, to every limb. And as you breathe in, you will feel calm and relaxed. You will also be able to feel the good energies that are all around us. Energies of love, of hope, of compassion. And we can then concentrate ourselves in a part of ourselves that is deep within our soul, deep within our being. And in this place, we find ourselves in contact not only with our spiritual essence, but also with the vibrations that come from the universe, from the vibrations that come from the Almighty, from the vibrations that come from the spiritual world. And there we can feel the pulse of love, the vibrations of hope, the vibrations of compassion, of joy. And let's then send some of these vibrations to all those spirits that are here with us, those that will be next to us to follow our work today. Let us also think about those spirits that are going to be here with us to help us, to guide us, to inspire us, to protect us. Let's thank them for their work. Let's thank them for their efforts and their patience and their love. Let us also elevate our thoughts towards the heavens, towards Jesus. Jesus, our brother, our guide, he who, by his words, allows us to walk this earth with guidance, walk this earth towards light, walk this earth towards love, towards perfection. And finally, let us think of our Creator, the Almighty, who gave us our eternal spiritual life, who gave us the opportunity of coming down to earth to work, to study, to develop. And then let us thank him, ask him for his blessings and his permission so that we can start our work today. Amen. Today, we're going to continue with a series of talks that I like to make about love. Love is such a important issue and is so much in the center of the Spiritist doctrine that it deserves to be explored even more. And the title of our presentation today is called A Divine Essence. And it is inspired by the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 11, item 9, which is an instruction from a spirit called Fénelon, very well known in France. And this was made in Bordeaux in 1861. I try to do justice to what Fénelon wrote, and I hope to do my best. Love touches the most humble and the most elevated. To feel love, you don't have to be perfect. To feel love, you don't have to be even good. You just have to feel it. Love is within us. There are a lot of bad people who, at one point or another, felt love. Love for an animal, love for a person, for a mother. But love is there all the time in each one of us. It is a spark of a sacred fire. It resists all attempts to diminish it, even when it's within a soul that is imperfect, even when it is within a soul that is making many mistakes during an incarnation. It resists all attempts to diminish. It's still there somehow, somewhere inside the person, inside that soul, inside that human being, inside that body. It has also sublime proportions. It has sublime dimensions. And we are going to talk about some of these today. From the most humble to the most elevated, this is what I said at the start. Everyone feels love. Everyone feels love for a child. Everyone feels love for a mother. Everyone feels love for a father. Everyone feels love for a country or even for an animal or a plant. But love is there. And as I said in a past talk, everything in creation, everything in the universe needs love in order to grow, in order to develop. So this spark of sacred fire resists everything. It is there for us. It has sublime powers. And as I said, everyone needs love. there are no exceptions. No individual, as I mentioned before, is too bad that he cannot be touched by love at some point in time. It is a divine seed within each and every heart. It is a divine seed in each and every heart, within that heart, within that body, within that brain, within that person. The seed normally should be allowed to develop and grow. Sometimes, obviously, the spirit will try to fight it for various reasons, because he has imperfections, because he is inhabited by evil feelings or by bad feelings, by revolt, by anger, by hate. But the seed is there. The seed is there, ready to go the minute it finds the good conditions for it to develop. Just like when you go sometimes into a garden and you turn the soil and all of a sudden something new sprouts out. So love is there, is within yourself. So we have just to go look for it and find the conditions by which it will grow. And love is also one of the main purposes of every single incarnation. In every single incarnation, we are here to learn how to love better. We are here to learn how to love more. We are here to encompass more people within our hearts. And then it is also one of the purposes of our quest to perfection. So as we go along, as we march towards perfection through the cycles of many, many incarnations, to the cycles of many periods during which you are on the spiritual side of the world. Love is there. You have to practice every day. You have to learn how to love every single day of your life, whether you're on this side or on the other side of the mirror. Love is also embodied in Jesus' teachings. It is not just an instinct. It is just not something that you do because you are incarnated into a body. No, it is there. It should grow. It should grow every single second of your life. It should grow together with morality, with intelligence, as we move along during our present existence. Obviously, we have love at the center of it, or our various incarnations. It will help us in facing the challenges and the trials of human existence. Whether we are incarnated or not, love will be there to help us. If we don't know what to do, remember, love is there, is an emotion that is there to help you. But sometimes we make mistakes. We believe, for example, that jealousy is love. Jealousy is not love. Is the contrary is love. Is the application of being egotistical, of wanting everything for oneself. It is not love. Love is sharing. Love is going towards the other. Love is accepting the other as he is. Each and every world that we will live in, we will have love available to us to help us traverse, to help us navigate that world. Your love should not be restricted only to those that are close to you, your family, your friends, people like you, people that look like you. No, in each and every world that we will live, your love will be close to you. In each and every world that we will live, your love is there because God desires it to be like that. Love will destroy selfishness because when you love, you want to share, you want to give, you want to touch, you want to get in touch with the essence of the other being if you really love them. And then your wishes, your wants, sometimes, if it's true love, will become secondary. Love would also destroy vanity because vanity is contrary to love. It does not allow love to flourish. Love will destroy pride, because pride is thinking that you are better than people. And love is the contrary of that. You are the same. You are brothers, you are sisters. You share this world, you share this emotion, and you become one with the person or whatever you love. Love would also destroy hate, because hate is the only, love is the only way to replace hate. So if you fully love, there is no space in your heart for hate. Love would also bring light, because light will chase darkness, and your heart will be filled with light whenever you love. It will bring happiness for all people in this world. Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. Love thy neighbor as thyself, or love your neighbor as you will love yourself. And this is very important. Why? Because in this way, love encompasses all of humanity, not just your friends, not just your family, not just your children, not just your companions, your wife, your girlfriend. No, it encompasses all humanity. As I said before, whether they are similar to you or very different from you. And love then becomes universal in this world. It will follow you through your life, through your various incarnations in this world, or beyond, towards other worlds, beyond this galaxy, beyond this planet. Love will be with you. Love harmonizes and directs all spirits. It is true. Because when you love, you look for harmony, you look for sharing, and it helps to lower your differences with other spirits. It helps you to become a better person in relation to that other person. It allows you to be more generous. It allows you to be someone who is closer to that person. And love is the best remedy for the problems of the earth, for our planet's problems. Can you remember if all of the nations of this world had only love in their programs, if they looked at their adversaries with compassion, with forgiveness, with love in their hearts, then wars would not exist. If various groups loved each other, there would be no persecution. There would be no Holocaust. There would be no wars. So love is a remedy for many of the problems. And love is also a love for the earth, a love for our house, a love for where we live. And if we love this earth, truly loved it, we would take better care of it. So love is one of the answers that we should look for when we have an insoluble problem. Some people think that you are naive if you look at love as a solution to hard problems, to difficult problems. No, it is not. I can give you many examples of people who had love in their hearts and solved many problems, changed societies. We can only think of Martin Luther King, for example, who loved everyone, but who was able, through love and nonviolence, to change the society that he lived in. We can think of Mother Teresa, who also had love in her heart and brought a lot of happiness to very, very, very poor people. And so on. The list is endless of people who have used love as a weapon to solve practical problems. So if you think that love cannot help you to solve practical problems of the earth, practical problems of your life, you are mistaken. You should use it and you find out that you become a better person, and a better person can normally deal with problems, principally conflicts, much better. It is then love, the best remedy for our own problems, for our moral illnesses. Some people, for example, don't love themselves. In fact, some people, unfortunately, hate themselves. And because of that, they try to destroy themselves. They go into vices. They try to kill themselves over a long period of time through excesses, through various types of actions that can only bring them harm. And they know that these actions are bad for them, but they still insist in going through them because somehow within themselves there is hate for what they are. And as you know, one of the most important principles of Spiritist philosophy is that you have to love yourself, and you have to love your neighbor, the person that shares the earth with you, as you would love yourself. So it's a precondition for you to be a good person, for you to be a Christian, for you to be a Spiritist, to love yourself, so that you can love your neighbor as yourself. Love will result in happiness and moral betterment during this life and all your future lives. If you have love in your heart, genuine love, not fake love, not acting love, real love, your life will be better. You'll be a happier person. Even the most rebellious and corrupt will be reformed by love. And that is extremely true. Love sometimes can find solutions to the anger that we have within ourselves, to the corruption we have within ourselves. So one of the things that we have to do is to try to change, not because we have to obey the teachings of a doctrine, not because we have to obey the teachings that come from the gospel, but we have to change because we love ourselves and we want to love our neighbor to the best of our ability. Let's follow Jesus' words that said, "Do not do unto others that which you would not wish done unto you." So do not do to others what you would not wish to be done to you. Do unto others all the good that is within your power to do. That is extremely important to call attention to this expression, within your power to do. You cannot love more than you are capable of. So one of the most important things that you can do throughout any incarnation, this incarnation, starting now, starting today, is to try to increase your capacity to love. Try to love more and better. And the only way to do that is to love, is to go towards people, is to try to help them, is to be the shoulder on which they can cry, the ear in which they can say things that they don't want to say to the world, but they will say it to you. It is the only way that you can really be charitable. Try then to find this ability to increase your capacity to love. If your heart is full of negative sentiments, there is no space for love, because your heart is only so big. Your ability to love is within that. So the less hate, the less negative sentiment, the less revolt you have, the less resentment you have, the more you are able to love. And this is what you have to do. You have to try and increase this capacity to love. The human heart is not hard and sterile. And the human heart is soft, and it can be very fertile. And fertility comes from love. Fertility comes from love. And this is what you have to do. Just like a plant needs water in order to grow, just like a seed needs water, even in the desert. A seed, when it's washed by by rain will sprout a flower. So love is like that. Love is a magnet that is impossible to resist. So if you say, I would not love somebody, you're probably going to lose. At any point in time, you begin to love someone somehow, something. And obviously you cannot control when that happens. You cannot control the object that you love. Sometimes it happens that within brackets you love the wrong person or at the wrong time, but that happens. True love then, like water, revives and fertilizes the seeds in every heart. As you all know, or most of you know, the earth is a world of probation and exile. But love is there to help us along the way. It is a sacred fire. It will purify us. It will allow us to illuminate the darkness. It will allow us to practice charity. It will allow us to be patient. It will allow us to have devotion. It will allow us to have abnegation, resignation. It will allow us to sacrifice ourselves for love. Jesus sacrificed himself for love because he wanted to save us. He wanted to absolve us. He wanted to show us the way, how we could find the way, how we could find the light. So he sacrificed himself. The story, I like to talk about the story of John the evangelist. At one point in time, after preaching for many, many years in the desert, like everyone, he became old and tired. And he discovered that he could no longer teach. He was just too old. He was just too tired. And then he felt that he had to continue anyway until his last breath to help people. And all he said, all he repeated was, my children, you must love one another. My children, you must love one another. And that, in a nutshell, is everything that you need to know about love. We are children of God, and we must love one another. Obviously, it is difficult to put these words into practice. There are many, many alibis. There are many reasons why we can find where we should withhold love from people. We may be angry. We may have our own resentments, but I can assure you that your soul will benefit from love. Your soul will find that the effort to love more and better is worth it. It's worth it in wisdom, is worth it in better results, is worth it in pleasure, is worth it in happiness, is worth it in wisdom. Love will then transport you not only towards the light on this world, but also to other worlds. It will take you actually to the promised land. And the promised land is what? In the Spiritist philosophy, it is a closeness to God. It is a closeness to the perfection that can only be achieved by God. And we will get there one day. After traveling through other worlds, after traveling for a long time. And love obviously will transform the earth into paradise. And the paradise can be held right here if we only let love work. If we only let love lower the barriers between ourselves. If we only let love help us to go towards other people. If we only let love take us by the hand and touch the hearts at each of every one of us right here on earth, right here in this universe. I like to conclude by saying that I'm very happy to talk about love. Why? Because I feel love. I feel love of my God. I feel the love of Jesus. I feel the love of my children. I feel the love of the planet I live in. Everywhere I look, I can see love. The world obviously has dark places. The world has also a lot of light. And the world is a wonderful place if you look with love in your heart. You will see then that even in a city street, you can find a flower growing on the sidewalk. You can hear a song of a bird. You can walk down a street and see the smile of a child to you, or hear the hello of an older person. You can stop and talk to someone, to exchange messages of love, to exchange experiences, which will help both of you. So love is everywhere. And if we understand that, we will find that our lives will become much easier. It is very important that we reflect on the idea that we came into this world with a lot of difficulties, with a lot of imperfections, with a lot of, as they say on the street, heavy baggage. But you can, by love, leave a lot of this negative feelings behind. You can leave all of this baggage behind. You can then give a special place within your heart to this wonderful, wonderful sentiment, the king of all sentiments, which is love. And you will see that all of a sudden, as if by a miracle, your life becomes easier. Your life becomes happier. Even if you are going through a difficult time, even if you are going through a pandemic, even if you are in a transition from this world to the next, love will be there all along. You will, if you work very hard on yourself, you will see that you'll be taken to the threshold with love, love of your friends, of your family. But you also, when you cross to the other side, there will be people there. There will be spirits there that will receive you with love. And God will be loving you all along the way. So do not make the mistake of blocking love from your heart. Take a chance on love. Take the risk on love. Go forward with love in your heart. And I'm sure that you will find one day that you have arrived right there at the top of the mountain, right there where you need to be, with love in your heart for your fellow man, with love in your heart for all the spirits of the universe. Thank you very much. We will now close by a short prayer. So I ask you to close your eyes and try to find a comfortable position for your physical body. This physical body which has been with you for a long time, this physical body that suffers with you, this physical body that is a great teacher, that will teach you to be humble, that will teach you to be patient. Let us breathe then and try to find calm, relaxation, peace. Let us also find tenderness. Let us find happiness with each breath we take. Let us find hope, compassion. Let us find within ourselves the good energies that we need to be in touch, not only with our spiritual self, our spiritual essence, but also with the essence, with the love in every heart. In every heart, whether it is a physical heart or a spiritual heart. Let us then feel in our heart of hearts love, compassion, peace, solidarity. Let us also feel the vibrations of these emotions, of these feelings, so that we can send a little bit of ourselves, a little bit of our energy to all of those that are in need of help. First of all, let us allow our hearts to touch the hearts of each and every person on earth who is suffering, each and every child who is hungry, who is cold, who is abandoned, each and every person who is in a hospital, each and every person who is lost, each and every person who has negative feelings in his heart. Let us try to transfer to each and every one of these spirits all the love we have in our hearts, all the happiness, all the peace, all of the acceptance, all of the fraternity, all of the charity that we have, so that they can find consolation, so that they can feel that they are being helped, that they are being loved, that we are taking them by the hand and we are guiding them towards the light. Let us also lift our spirits towards the heavens to thank all of our spiritual brothers and sisters who have been helping us, not only during this incarnation, but also throughout the ages. Let us think of our spiritual families. Let us send our love to them. Let us think of our families here on earth. Let's send our love to them. Let's thank all the spirits that have helped us today with this work, with this task. Let us also thank Jesus Christ for helping us in our journey towards the heavens, in our journey towards the proximity of God, in our quest towards perfection. And finally, let us one more time raise our thoughts to the heavens, to thank our Creator, to thank the Almighty, our God, to thank the Lord for all He has done for us, all the gifts that He has given us, not only in this material life, but in all of our other lives, whether in the spiritual world or in material worlds. And finally, let us ask the Almighty to bless us and give us the permission to close this work, this task, this talk today. Amen. Thank you very much for being there, and see you next time.